It's extra dark. Alright, let's do this. Today I'm making this painting for my friend's birthday. Alright, let's start. First, use light lines to capture the overall dimensions and positions. At this stage, focus on a rough, intuitive approach. You can also use a pen or other tools to measure if needed. If you skip this step and start detailing right away, you may end up having to erase and redo parts later if things are misaligned. So in the beginning, keep it as simple as possible. Once the lap sketch has established the general positioning, start adding details, but remember, it's still just a draft, so keep it simple. Take a photo with your phone and comparing it can help you check the accuracy of the placement. That said, this is a drawing after all, so small misalignment can be seen as a part of its charm. If you wanted something perfectly realistic, you could just take a photo. Embracing the unique qualities that only your drawing can express is an important part of creating art. Today, I'm using an H pencil, but sometimes I use watercolor pencil as well. If the pencil is too dark, it can be bleed through when painting with acrylics, so I use an eraser to reduce the intensity. Alright, the sketch is ready and let's do the coloring. And this is how I do. I usually make the mid-tone color of the skin and then save it in a container. So that way you can take time and it works for me. Especially I have a short span of attention, I get distracted easily. So keep it in a container saves me. Alright, let's make a skin color. The color I'm using are burnt umber, yellow ochre, crimson red, and titanium white. And for the crimson red, just a little bit, tiny bit. It's because it's pretty strong color. Just a little bit of everything. That's about right. But this is too saturated, so I'm going to add ultramarine. So use the black too, but since blue is pretty much opposite color for red and yellow, so I'm adding the blue to knock it up those two colors. Yeah, there you go. It's almost there. Let's see. I just add a little bit of white. Let's see. See the difference? That's the mid-tone. Okay. Since already applied on the skin, why don't we? Let's just do it. I started blocking in. Don't worry about anything at this stage. It's just blocking in, eliminating any white spot. Let's fast forward. I think my mid color was too dark, so I'm actually painting with the darkest color. But it doesn't really matter as long as you know what you're doing. So in this case, I'm just keep adding lighter color. It's because I started with the darkest tone. Took a little break and back on my painting. This is where it comes handy so that you can come back whenever you want, not worrying about any color match. Right now, I'm building the base skin color, focusing on just the color value. At this stage, it's still rough. Just keep building to see the right composition. I use my fingers sometimes. It works just like a smudge tool in digital. add some red to base color. You often see where there reddish skin and yellow skin. It's not just a dark brown to light brown. The skin is composed with red, yellow, brown, blue, and etc. Definitely not just a pure black or white. Okay, I'm having a little problem here. Now the sun is set. So this was in the morning. I bought LED lights. I have two in my back and one from the top. They are creating a natural daylight color. It's really important to have those set up for me. Without them, my painting will become completely different. So it looks color value is right. I'm started adding hue to the skin. Let's fast forward. My technique for making a gradient is dry on wet. I put wet acrylic and smudge to smoothen out and let that part dry. While it's being dried up, I work on the other parts. Once it's dry, I come back and do it again and do it again and again. It is made of many layers. And also, don't rush to get a final result. Just add a little bit of color each time. You don't want a drastic color change. It's better to keep it settled. Let's move on to the eyes. For me, it's hard to grasp the whole picture without painting the eyes. So I usually paint the eye part in the early stage. Since he has his sunglasses on for this one, I won't put too much details on eyes, just good enough when seeing it through sunglasses. And when you are painting eyes, you feel this isn't right. It's because there aren't eyebrows or lips yet. You feel off, but keep building. Once you add eyebrows, the impression will change. Okay, before going into the detailing, let's get the background down. The background color plays a huge role in how the foreground subject is perceived. So here, I'm blocking in with one brown underneath the turquoise blue. Reason why I decided to go with this blue, because it's a contrast color with the skin color, and I intentionally painted it with a rough brush stroke to make the main subject to pop. I start eyebrows with a light brown, thin out with the water. You don't want to jump on the final color, which is the closest to black. It's because eyebrows are not just the one solid line, it's a bunch of tiny hair, and it looks darker where it's dense hair piled up. I also find the skin color under the eyebrow is pale, caused by not getting the sunlight. and the curvature of the eye socket. Next up is lips. Finding the right color of the lips can be difficult. It's not just a pink. I usually start with the mid-tone skin color and add a bit of red, white, brown, and blue. You don't really see the blue hue, but it's definitely there. An easy mistake people often get: there's no defined edge line. It's a gradient, blending it into surrounded skin color, unless he's wearing a lipstick. Here I'm working on his sunglasses following the guys. No need to fill in at fast stroke. Slowly work the way up to the edge. And use a Q-tip to wipe off where it's over the guide. Just take your time to build up. Adding a lighter color. Imagine the skin is showing through the sunglasses frame, since he's wearing the semi-clear sunglasses. This is the final process for the sunglasses. Add the reflection. I'm using the color of the sunglasses mixed with the white, and it's super diluted water. Always prepare a wet towel to wipe the mistakes and clean up. Go light at first and build up. You can't go back once it's dried, so very careful. After this, I forgot to record painting his beard, but it's the same process as the eyebrows, so. Okay, here I'm adding a final touch. This is where I think I can put my taste and determine the whole vibe of this entire picture. These are my feeling, emotion, the capturing the vibe. This is how I, the artist, to communicate to the audience. This is how I feel I can bring it to life. So this is it. If you liked my tutorials and if you want to see more, hit the like button and follow my page. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next.
See ya.